Hi, it's Mr. Reisky, and this is our very first video of the year. Most classes today, at least period 1, period 3, and period 4, are actually using BlueJ to write programs the first time. So I've got the Blue Pelican textbook open, and it's doesn't have the bookmarks open. So if I go over here someplace, there's pages right there, and there's bookmarks. So I can go quickly to lesson 1, and it's called Lesson 1 Hello World. So we'll be entering the code here and then adding the code down there and playing around with something called remarks and comments, and in general just displaying stuff to the screen. So I know I talk a little fast in class, and I even talk fast in a video perhaps, but you can pause it of course and catch up, and the videos work out really nice for just making sure you didn't miss anything in class today. So I'm going to start up BlueJ, the pretty blue bird there. And when you first start BlueJ on your computer, it doesn't look like this. This is me after a couple of weeks of a certain lesson probably. Let me close this up. And this is what it looks like. Okay. You want to go to the project menu and make a new project, and make sure you know where you're putting it. Okay, I'm going to call this lesson 1 video, and I'm actually in my I'm here at school doing this video, so it's like my ID card number video, but teachers don't have ID card numbers, they just have their login names. So you can see I'm in my B. Reisky folder inside documents. You would be in your ID card number inside documents or something else. You can make an AP Comp Sci folder, whatever makes sense to you. So lesson 1 video, and I'll go create, and it says to make a class called tester. So we have these projects into which we can put various testers. We can go tester 1, and we can go tester 2, and make all these files here. We can go call one Thursday, and we can call one maybe Thursday 2. So you can put a bunch of files, that's my point here, inside these projects. Projects can house more than one class, but we're just going to use them one at a time, but you'll have this all full of classes pretty soon. So I just made, let me go ahead and do it from scratch again. So new class, and the book says call the first one tester, and there we go, tester. And then to see what's inside there, you double click it, and you see it's a bunch of gobbledygook. Okay, it's weird. So the author says just to delete all this stuff here and type in your program skeleton. Okay, so this is the program skeleton up here, public class tester, and the 2 pairs open braces, and public static void main string args. Public class tester, open a curly brace, public static void main string args. And just leave it all blank for now. Yeah. All right. Okay. And that's the program skeleton. Okay. We can remark that or comment that and say this is a program skeleton. Actually, it is probably, I should say, the program skeleton. Okay, and that's going to be important for any quiz we do early on in the school year. Okay, so you have to be able to write that down and then put some simple output on the screen. So to see if it's typed in correctly, we go compile, and then I have no syntax errors down below. If I forget something, like if I forget the closing parenthesis here after the main line, I compile it, and it says I expect to see a parenthesis down there. Okay, so it highlights the line for me and gives me a hint where to fix it. If I spell void wrong, VIOD, and compile it, it says cannot find VIOD. So it highlights it and says fix this, and so you probably know what to do with that little hint. Okay, capital S on string. If I put a lowercase s, it's not going to work. Okay, but I put an uppercase S. All right, and what else? So put some meaningful code in there. System out printlns. System out printlns is a big part of this chapter. Whatever you put inside the parentheses after a system out println is what you're going to see on the screen when you run the program. So the typical first program in a programming textbook is hello world. And so now I compile it, and now the program's going to do something when I run it. Let's see. So I right click my tester brown box there and hit main, and hello world appears on the screen. Whatever I put inside the double quotes is going to appear on the screen. Okay. A common first quiz might be to put your mailing address on the screen in a complete program. So you would go, if you were me, you might say Brent Reisky, and then 180 Campus Drive, and Arcadia CA 9107, right? Arcadia CA 9107. And then I compile this and run it. And there's the nice mailing address. So if you write me a letter for some reason and you want to put in a U.S. mail, you'd put that on the front of the envelope. Okay, what else was in this chapter? Okay, you can do math inside your print line. Okay, you can do math in there. Let's do some math. Okay, so let's up here, let's put 10 plus 2 in double quotes there. And then the next one, let's not use double quotes. Let's say 10 plus 2. In this one, let's say 100 divided by 5, and we'll put that in double quotes. And then we'll do it without double quotes. The fraction bar is our division operator. We have a whole chapter coming up on math, but since you're curious about it, I know we'll do it. Okay, so compile it and run it. And so you see, if you put double quotes around the math, you get everything inside the double quotes. So this displays 10 plus 2. This displays 12, and so on. 100 divided by 5, and 20. That's what it displays. The other kind of comment or remark that are ignored by the compiler are the block ones. The block comments or block remarks begin with a slash asterisk and end with an asterisk slash. Okay, so I don't have to use a slash slash in front of every line. And again, we do that. We use this stuff because uh, in the real world, when you get a job, you don't just write a program by yourself. There's perhaps thousands of lines of code when you write a program like Halo or Counter-Strike or Microsoft Word for Windows. You're working with teams and teams of people, and you have to have the ability to read other people's code, and they have to be able to read your code, so you comment it and explain things to them. Okay, that's the big reason for that. Okay, um, let's go ahead and stop the video here.